You're saying Brazilian women love foreigners.
I can assure you that. I can easily assure you that.
Wow.
In Brazil, there are a bunch of women. There are like whole communities of women that they are bound together by the preference from men from outside Brazil. Women here just like, they behave different, they work different, they think differently. Everything you may have heard about being an alpha male and be the strong guy and rip your shirt off to show your muscles. Keep that down, man.
Guys, I am in Rio de Janeiro. Today, the topic of discussion is Brazilian women. And I'm here with a dating coach of 10 years, João, and he's going to show you that everything you know about women is a complete lie and doesn't work here at all in Brazil. Isn't that right?
It's completely wrong. It's not even wrong. It's like, it can work against you.
João has been doing this for 10 years. He has a number of YouTube channels. His main one actually blew up with a few of these videos in Portuguese. I'll put the link in the comments if you want to check out his video, his channel. A lot of great stuff there. Let's get to it with tip number 1, my friend.
Yeah, first things first. Everything you may have heard about being an alpha male and be the strong guy and rip your shirt off to show your muscles. Keep that down, man. Keep that down, because here's the thing. Brazilian women, they know that. They experience that here in Brazil all the time. So you probably have a better chance, and I kid you not, just being a nice guy, just being nice to a good man that treats her well and respects her and showing that you're safe, right? Because actually in Brazil, there's a lot of violence, like a lot of domestic violence going on, and women usually, when they want to meet people from outside Brazil, when they want to meet the gringos, as they call here, they want a safe relationship. They want a safe thing. Even if it's for like 1 day or 1 week or something, they want to feel safe in it. So tip number 1 is to just, you know, relax and kind of flip the script on the alpha male dude thing.
Be less threatening, you would say.
Less threatening.
Yeah, less threatening.
It's the perfect phrasing for that.
Okay, so be more of a nice guy.
More of a nice
approach the women like they're normal human beings, you would say. Not like someone to be conquested with the, like, don't be a caveman, you're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Exactly what I was meaning. Number 2, it feeds off of tip number 1, which is to actually take your time and use your own personality. I mean, you probably have some great stories from whatever you are in the world. And like, women here kind of, they hear the same story over and over and over again when they date Brazilian men. So like, what do you know? What have you been through? Like, what stories do you have? All the travels you've been through, all the places you've been through, and what can you add to the conversation? Like, Brazilians love stories. Like, we are addicted to TV and we're addicted to YouTube, so we love stories. Like, tell your story, take your time, and just, you know, you can use your personality, your real personality, by the way, and I can assure you that if you just go up and talk to women and have fun with them and talk about real things, it's gonna have an impact. It's not gonna be like, you don't have to just go like flaunting money or showing your muscles. You just have to show your own personality. Not only like be nice, but show what you're really about.
Okay, so I would take away from that us as foreigners, we already have a leg up on the local Brazilians. Definitely. Because we're different. We have a different point of view. We're fresh. We're different and interesting and rare. Definitely. So we should use that and use some of our stories from our own countries and share that with the women here. And they're going to find that interesting more from like an exotic take, and rather than hearing the same story over and over. Okay.
Because not only that, like, that kind of works everywhere in the world. If it's like, just those first 2 tips, they work everywhere in the world. But here's the thing, in Brazil, there are a bunch of women. There are like groups, whole communities of women that they are bound together by the preference from men from outside Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
Like, they are sick and tired of dating Brazilian men, and for whatever reason, there are a bunch of reasons for that. and they're like, yeah, they want to know guys from America or from Europe or from Latin America or from Australia, Asia. Like there's this whole thing.
Okay. So
yeah.
Brazilian, you're saying Brazilian women love foreigners?
Definitely.
Or there's a certain sect of them that
I
love
can
foreigners?
assure you that. I can
Okay.
easily assure you that.
Oh, okay. Tip 3, tell us. What's next?
Tip number 3 is to actually use the language barrier in your favor.
Really?
This is like, this is gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
Most people think that, oh, I cannot know this person, cannot meet this person, cannot date this person because there's a language barrier. Here's the thing. Brazilians, we have a lot of things I don't personally love about us, but there's one thing I love about Brazilians is that we love to help people. Like, if you are stranded, if you're like lost somewhere midtown Rio de Janeiro, and you start talking to people like, oh, how do I get to that place? There's a pretty good chance someone would just take you to whatever you need to go.
Yeah, really? They'll just walk you there?
They'll just walk you there because we're very, like I said, there's some things that it's kind of crazy about Brazilians, but one thing that is really good about us is that we're very warm. We have a lot of warmth in us, and we're just like help. We just like to meet and talk to people and get to know people and help people, and if you use the language barrier, and what I mean by that is, oh, I'm meeting this girl who she doesn't speak English, or she doesn't speak whatever language I talk in my own country. Okay, let's take her time. Let's try to use sign language or something to get basic communication down.
Yeah.
And work from there.
Okay. Google
and
Translate?
be patient. Yeah, and be patient with that translation. Eventually, you learn some words. She'll learn she'll understand what you're trying to accomplish there, and it's gonna work. I have met like dozens of women. I have dozens of women, of female friends of mine who actually are in long-term relationships with guys who are like from Sweden. Or Polonia, or
and no Portuguese at all?
No Portuguese at all, and no English actually.
Okay, so it's not like some other countries where they might get frustrated. They think they might find that cute, that it's like they're trying.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you can get the basic communications down, it's gonna work. It has the potential to work. You just have to be patient and work with whatever time frame you have. Well, if you're gonna stay for 2 days in Brazil, you might want to talk to someone who speaks English, but if you're gonna stay here for longer, yeah, you can take your time.
Have that patience.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you can definitely find someone who will accept you even though you don't speak, and you can learn together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3. So far we have number 1.
Be nice. Yeah.
Number 2.
Have fun. Take your time and use your personality. Tell your personal stories.
And number 3?
Number 3, allow her to help you if you don't speak the language, and use the language barrier to your advantage.
To your advantage.
Because people find it cute.
Even if you speak Portuguese, pretend you don't speak Portuguese.
I cannot tell you like, oh no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't pretend you don't speak Portuguese, because if you do that, it actually works. It can actually work.
Wow. Tip number 4.
Tip number 4 would be to allow her to guide you in this whole experience that is Brazil. Like, I'm pretty sure that all countries have their own things and their own stories and cultures, and besides whatever you might have heard in recent years, we kind of have an attachment with your own culture. So she's probably gonna try to teach you to dance, and it's not a big deal if you don't know how. She's gonna teach you anyway, and it's a good opportunity to get close to her. She's probably gonna try to show you the music and the food and whatever things all the things that happen down here. And if you like have the patience and allow her to show you and show appreciation for that, she's gonna feel so validated, and she's gonna see you in a much brighter light. So take the opportunity, like the tip would be to take the opportunity and have her as your guide in this whole experience of being in Brazil and being in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, so to paraphrase what you just said, could I say that Brazilian women like a man who's open to new experiences?
Definitely.
And to learn about their culture.
Absolutely.
Right? Instead of someone here is like, no, I don't like that, don't like that. Just say yes to everything. You get kill two birds with one stone. Make her happy, and you also will learn something about the culture.
Definitely.
And feel more of a part of the country.
More, even deeper than that, like you don't have to feel like, oh, I don't know how to dance, I'm not gonna even try because I'm gonna look like a doofus. But they actually find it cute.
Okay.
That you're trying, that you're learning.
Okay.
So being open to it kind of feeds off, it all feeds off the first thing.
Yeah.
Which is you don't have to be like, if you're man enough to protect her,
Yeah.
you don't have to be the alpha male of the group all the time.
Yeah.
Just, you know, allow yourself to be fun and reckless and cute and be wrong sometimes and like just allow yourself to learn.
We're gonna sit down here. I just wanna summarize the first 4 points you said actually into something that's very interesting. It might be what a lot of guys are thinking while they're watching this. So let's just have a seat here. If anyone's wondering where we are at the Museum of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Science
Museu da Manhã.
Museum, one of the top attractions here in Rio. So check that out. Beautiful place too. But what I wanted to say, João, is a lot of the tips you said are things that guys might be very worried about within themselves and have a lot of anxiety about, you know? Basically, they might be like, oh, I'm not built enough, I don't have a good enough body to talk to women, I'm not good enough, I don't look like Brad Pitt,
I don't have enough money,
I don't have enough money, I don't know how to dance, I don't know how to speak the language. All these insecurities that might stop a lot of guys from ever approaching or talking to a woman, a lot of things that you're saying you can flip and make strengths.
Yep.
That's like a mind-blowing concept.
And it's actually the very best way to get yourself in a position to meet people, not only meeting people and getting to good relationships, but let's just for a second talk about all the thing about what all those things kind of leading to.
Okay.
If you don't trust yourself to do that,
Yeah.
if your relationship with yourself is not good enough, none of that's gonna matter. Okay, you're gonna have some sex. Nice.
Okay. Anyone
But-
can do that. It's not that
Yeah,
hard.
but yeah, if you don't work on your relationship with yourself, you're not gonna get a very good experience. Like, you're gonna get a good experience out of that, but it's gonna be forgettable.
Superficial experience.
And forgettable. And 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I was in Rio once, I met a girl, I don't even remember their name.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like not even long-term relationships, but a long-term emotional attachment with yourself. Hear me out. If you have a better attachment or a better relationship with yourself, all those things kind of become super easy.
Yep.
Because you're gonna find it fun. Oh, I don't speak the language, she's gonna have to teach me. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Oh, I don't know how to dance, she's gonna help me. Okay, this is gonna be fun. If you have the self-esteem and like, if you have confidence, if you have the internal confidence, and Brazil can be great for that, because everything here is so raw. Everything here, like from the good things to the bad things, from the violence to the samba, everything here is so darn fast and raw and intense and crazy that if you manage to, okay, that's gonna use all those experiences to reflect and think about myself and get me to love myself more, then dude, it's gonna be, you're gonna have the ride of your life.
That all starts with self-esteem and self-confidence, you know, and also if you're confident in yourself, you're in a good mind state, you attract people in that same mind, so you attract what you are, right? That's would you believe in that too?
Definitely. And it kind of gets into the fifth tip.
Yeah.
which
Shall we
is
walk and we'll
actually-
talk about that?
The last tip is take the time to meet someone and to find someone who actually kind of clicks with you.
Okay.
because it's very easy, and it's something that I have seen multiple times in the past. Just like I said before, in Rio there are girls, there are groups of women who just like, they like to meet gringos.
Okay.
Like they like to meet guys from outside Brazil. So there are a lot of options actually, and most guys when they come here they want it bad. The first thing the first woman that they see, and they're like, calm down, dude. Take your time, meet the people, talk to them. You're gonna find that some of them it's gonna be a nice conversation, and you have like some things in common, and she may teach you a word or two of the language, and some people will just click. And here's the best part, because like I said, I met and I'm friends with a lot of women from here that are actually in good relationships with guys from Sweden, Finland, America, from Australia. Some of them that came here and they're staying here and then live there, and they live here in Rio now. Some of them took the women to other countries, and this is the whole thing. Like there are 20 million people in Rio de Janeiro alone.
Wow.
If I can remember correctly.
Okay.
I may be wrong on that number, but like there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there. They cannot deny that.
Yeah.
And if you stop going for the fastest thing, if you stop if you stop devaluing yourself, because if you go like for the easiest one, the fastest one, the call girls, the hookers, if you go for that with that mentality, because if you want to get a hooker, you can, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. Like
anyone can do that.
You get to the airport and they're gonna tell you where it's at.
Okay.
It's easy. But if you want to live something that is fun and somewhat long term, just stop devaluing yourself.
Don't be so desperate.
Don't be desperate. That's the, I think, yeah, that would be the fifth tip. Don't be desperate. There's a lot of people in here. If you take a time, there's someone who's gonna click with you. Someone who has the good personality and looks and everything you kind of wanted and look for in a girl, and you gonna have what she looks for in a man.
So guys, if you are planning a trip to Brazil, come down here, use these tips that João has taught us today, and leave it in the comments how you went. Which tip worked best for you? Which didn't work? And overall, how you found this whole lesson applied in a practical sense out in Brazil.